So today our group will going to present about our project. So first we will import the libraries that we are going to use in the project. So we will use about 8 libraries, and the first one will be the CP2, which is the OpenCV image processing library. And the second one is that the hand tracking module, which is in the CVZone libraries. And there's a third, it will be the math library as well as the NumPy. And we use these two libraries for calculation. And the CPSOS is, of course, the library that we need to use. We will use the Tinker library for creating the interface windows and the random time and the Pygame for the game part. And we also use the Pew ear library for the image processing. So the first one is that we need to define a function, and we have defined program screen as a function, and in this part is the main program. The step one is that we are going to declare the webcam. We called out a variable which is cap, and we used our camera, which is defined as 0. And we also configured the width and height of the video is 1280, and the height it will be the 720. The second one is that we are going to declare the detector variable, and we use the module hand detector. We set the detection counts as 0.8, and the maximum hands is 1. This means that if the program declared that our hand in the camera is 80% sure, so it will detect it as a hand, as well as the maximum hands that in one frame that it can detect is only 1. The next one is that we are going to find the function to express the relationship between the raw value and the value that we want to change. This case, the value we want to change into is centimeter. So the x here is array, and it represents for the raw distance, and the y here is the values in centimeter. And we find that the changes is not linear, which means that it is polynomial function and it changes direction only one time. So the general equation will be y equal to ax squared plus bx and plus c. And next we'll need to find the coefficient of the a, b, and c. So we use the polyfit function of the NumPy library, and we can find that its coefficients. The next one is that we will declare some game variables for the project. So the cx here and cy here is the initial position of the circle. The color of the circle will be the red, and we will declare a variable used for delay. When pressing the circle, it will be the counter. And of course, we will need some variables that are used for scoring operation. About the time, we will use the time start variable, and we use it for counting down time operation. The setup time here means that the time for us to play the game. The start variable here means that when we pressing the X, this variable will change to true and it will start the game. The distance cm here is that declare that initial value is 0, and the E start here is the flag to declare the begin position. About the original distance, it is the variable that declares the begin position when the hand just enters the circle area. And the mean delta here is it is the minimum distance change between the original distance and the current distance. Assume that as a push action. Next, we will move on to the add music to the game. So we will call out the measure function and we configure its initial value. We will call out 3 channels for each kind of sound. So the motor effect here will be in the channel 1 of the mixer function. The hit effect sound will be the channel 1, and the background sound will be the channel 0. Next, we will declare some variables of the sound, and here I have declared uh, 7 variables, and they're linked to the source. Next, we move on the loop. So in the loop here, while true means that it will always run, and if if it find the hands, so the image variable here it will reach the camera and send back the frame. Because the camera will be flipped, so we need to flip it back. We will use the cb2 flip. And next, if the start variable is equal to 0, then the game doesn't start yet, but it will send out some tests, such as the test or press X to start, or the test how to play. Simply you can understand that it is some test to instruct you on how to play or how this project is about. We also add some background music, and we by the two code here is the background sound play, and we play the background music variable, and of course we will set it as play infinite. The volume here that we set is 50%. It is not 100% because it's only the background music.
Hello, I'm Phạm Long Vũ. Now I will continue to explain.
Okay.
So if the start value equal 1, then if the time start lower than setup time, the program will run. First is the hand detector. Hand detector will find hand and display on pawn on it the screen. Only find the hand but no raw the bot and on pawn on screen. We will set the value of hand detector at draw equal phone. Next, if there a hand, then it will do mlist equal hand. 0 means the first element of the hand array, but we only have one hand, so it is all the way true. The next step, we will print the mlist. It will print on the value of on pawn on the hand. Mlist will have 17 value because our hand has 17 pawn. To each pawn has value x, y, z. The first pawn is set at value x1 and y1. It equal mlist at at point 5 at the fifth point. The two behind this mean take the value x and y, not on x, y, z value. Similar to the point 17, we will set the value at x2 and y2, and we only take two value x and y. The next step, we will find raw distance and distance in the meter. Value distance, we will calculate the raw distance by this equation, and we have three value a, b, c that will be stored be below, above. Then we will calculate distance in centimeter by this equation. We will get in through the polynomial function. And the next, we will create bounding box to play where either hand and its distance. We will have four values x, y, w, u, and h from function hand, and value b bot, bounding box, b bot. Next, we will create a box around the hand by the code rectangle. We will have the y and the length and color and other value. Value x is mean the left position of the hand, where it is the y and y is the height. The next, we will create a text to show the display. We will display the distance as centimeter of the hand. Image is the place where the text is put. The text f distance cm is the text can change when we move the hand. And next, we will determine when the hand is above the circle. When the hand is in the area of circle, we will use if function. It means if the circle is in the hand area, then a flag is stop will show. And the next, if the distance higher than 25, the origin distance in centimeter, it will equal the distance cm. Then the flag is now will equal phone. Did it make the flag only trigger one in a loop? The next, the function will calculate the mean delta. This equal origin distance cm minus distance cm. If the hand is close enough, it means we put the hand. Then the value counter equal 1. If counter equal 1 or higher, it means true. Then the counter value equal 1 plus 1. The color of the circle will turn to green. If the counter higher than 3, we will reset the circle by the cx and cy. It means the position up. the circle. It will random another position, the new position, and the color of the circle will back to red, and the score value increase 1. This is plus 1, and the value counter will set to 0 again, and the value of flag is stuck will turn true, and we have a sound of hit effect. The next is about the game park.
Okay, my name is Ben, and now I will continue our presentation to game hub. First of all, we will draw a button. We use the CV2 circle to draw the circle. The image is where the circle is rolled, and CX and CY is the position of the circle. We choose the 30, 10, and 20 is the radius of the circle. And color is 20, 255 is mean is the color of the circle. Uh, let's move on to the game HUD. We put the text CV zone. We use the CV zone library to use to put the text in the game. Here we use time, score, and game over, your score, and press R to restart, press E to exit the game to help the players understand our game easily. Let's talk about the return to the image. We use CV2 arm show to write the image with the if function. When we the start when we press the S, it means that we start a game. Moreover, with R, it means that we reset the game and we play again. And E is means to close the screen of the gameplay. Besides, with the score equal to 4, 9, 14, and 19, we have the south for specific score. And probably when we exit the screen, we will close on the windows to and track out the while loop, and on the music will restart. Uh, Moreover, we also design an interface screen, which means when we first go to our presentation, we have already showed that that is our to create. We use the variable interface to create a main interface window, and we put the title is mini the hand checking game, and we set the geometry about 12 and 18 multiplied with 700 and 20. It is the width and the height of the interface window. And we use the label function to set the resized image as the label on the interface window. As we don't configure the number of the column and rows in the interface screen, it set the default column and row is 0. And we also put a button. It means go to program to enter the our gameplay, and then we will start the game.
So next we are going to run the program. Here I will run the here it is. So this is our interface window when we first run the program. And next we will go to the main program of our project. So this is the screen that when we haven't pressed the X. So the game hasn't started yet, but it's only shows some tests on how to play and instruction on how to start the game. So when the tracking is not started yet, so the music will play and my hand will be tracked. And the distance here is the distance that my hand is far from screen. And when I move on into the zones, then if I push it enough, then it will count as a push action, and the score will be increased by 1. And the time here is will decrease over time. And when the time is over, the game will stop and the screen over will be displayed. And if you want to play again, you can press the R to restart the game, and you can just play.
Great job!
If the score is 5 or 10, then our mark sound will play.
Well done.
Yes. So, because the maximum hand is only 1, so when I put another hand, it will not count. So that is our project. Thanks for watching.